I don't know if y'all can see me. Let me turn the light. Hello. This is Dizzy J. I just came here to not trying to step on any toes, especially my big mama. Just letting you know. Always cook with love, okay? Let's begin. Okay, I don't know if Big Mama will remember it, but she came to my little hotel back in the day, right? And anyways, I had a little, when I was struggling, I had a little hot plate, right? But the stove was like the microwave too, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I had to use what I had to use, right? But I did use olive oil, right? And I used seasoning because olive oil is like the base. Basically, what I really needed to use at that time was butter. Because I'm gonna tell you why butter is good for noodles. See, butter have salt in it, right? If you look at the ingredients, sodium is 100 milligrams, actually 4%, right? So you got butter in there, right? This is the actual thing that you use with your noodle is butter. See? Okay. When you put butter in the water, first I'm gonna turn it on, right? I'm gonna what the hell? I put it on high, okay? Now, this is what I'm gonna do with this butter, okay? Now, you get a bowl, right? Get a lid too, right? A lid like this, right? And a lid like that, right? So what you do is, open this butter up, right? And put a few scoops of butter in there. A few scoops. Alright, what the hell, one more. And what you do with that is, put this lid on and put it in the microwave. Now, remind you, when you put it in the microwave, it's gonna be cooking hella fast because it's butter, right? It's gonna turn to liquid. So when you start hearing it pop in the microwave, then you take it out, okay? Till then, I usually put it on there probably 30 seconds in the microwave, okay? So this is what we do. I'll be right back, y'all. I want to, share some stories when I start hearing that butter pop in the microwave because, you know what I'm saying, when I was in Kansas City, I used to live a bachelor's life, you know what I'm saying? A bachelor's life. You know, most of my people who follow me on YouTube, I think they can relate to me in some degree because they was single before they actually found their actual wife, right? And then that's when they started changing. Let me see if this butter is on the liquid. See what I'm saying? Turn the liquid. So what you do is you pour it in the boiling water. You know what I'm saying? You get, a spoon or whatever, get all the excess butter left that's in the bowl. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make life simple, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, that alone, I get basil, right? Basil is the next ingredient to Italian seasoning or whatever. But anyway, you put this basil in there, you put it in the boiling water, right? Remind you, when you do this and when the water starts boiling, you're gonna start smelling that seasoning and shit. If you know, you know. anyways, put some of that in there, and I put some of that. Remind you, another thing is, when I was using the olive oil, I don't know if you remember, I used to put salt in there. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like I told you, butter have salt in there, right? So I don't need to put salt in butter because it's already have salt in there. So anyways, this is thyme. Oh shit. Yeah, we can fix that, you know what I'm saying? We can fix that because I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Jesus is, but I'm not, okay? So, anyways, let's begin with that. You know, everything can be fixed, you know what I'm saying? And FYI, I'm still gonna tell y'all my little bachelor stories. And this main chick I used to date, I don't know if I should say her name, but I'm gonna say what her nickname I used to call her, Gus. Gus, we was together. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm gonna even say her real name. Her name is Gussie, okay? I'm not gonna say her last name. Her first name was Gussie, right? We was dating off and on for many years. I think I said this on YouTube, matter of fact, about her on my post that me and her went to my auntie's funeral, right? Anyways, back to what I'm saying. I really love her. We both fell in love with each other because she was 2 days older than me, right? And I used to make a joke with her, like, I like those cougars, and she just say, boy, shut up. Anyways, that was my little funny joke, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. We used to bullshit like that. She used to bullshit with me and shit. But anyways, funny story, because when I first met her mama loved me from day one. But however, her dad, right? You know how dads is with, you know what I'm saying, men know about their daughters dating. Even when you date their own daughter, they knew that they didn't like you but he didn't like me at first. But over time, he started going to like me because my Gussie knew that he would like me one day, but he liked me when I wasn't dating Gussie no more. He started realizing I was a solid ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Solid ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Like last time I can remember, it broke my heart because, you know, her dad, he had diabetes, right? And at first they cut his toe and I felt bad for him, right? And I felt more bad for him because they cut his leg. But the good memory that I remember, like many memories I remember her dad. Her dad was named Brian. And the memory that I had was when Kansas City won their first championship when Patrick Mahomes, well, not first championship, it been their first championships in the last 50 years. He was in the hospital bed, right? I can remember this. I know I felt bad for him because I didn't want to like hold a conversation with him. I didn't want to see how he is, but he knew. He knew. And when they won, he said, "You knew all this time they were gonna win, didn't you?" I was like, "Yeah, I knew because of commercials." And I just knew that they was gonna win. And that made his day because he haven't seen them win since he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And it means so much to me because, excuse me, I ain't trying to cry, but Gussie's family, I love them to death, but like I said, me and her, we was dating when we was young. I met her when I was 23 years old. We both were 23, actually. Like I said, she was 2 days older than me. And her family means a lot to me. I know I couldn't provide for her like she wanted me to, and because I was still trying to find myself, you know? And it took some time. I mean, I know I disappointed a lot of people, and her in particular. I wasn't the man that she needed at that time. But when life goes on, I really loved her, and I wanted the best for her. Even though I had some type of protective shield over her, because I start seeing how her father starts seeing who she dated, including me. And I think he realized that I seen what he's seen. And because Gussie, she's a really, really talented lady, young lady. I still give her flowers to this day, even though we're not together. And I want her to do good. And I know she wants me to do good as well. Anyways, let me taste this water and see if it's too much seasoning or whatever. That's cool enough, because I got most of it out. Anyways, we're gonna let that boil, okay? When it boils, I got these noodles, right? Like I told you, I'm not perfect, but I can make it do what it do, though. Anyways, I got this sauce, right? So I'm gonna let this simmer. So I'm gonna try to fix this little owl. You know, like I said, I gotta make it do what it do, you know? Give me a minute now. Everything takes time, you know? Just bear with me. I'll figure it out eventually. I think that's more better. I really want to fix this because I don't want to use one owl. You know, I know I had it fixed last night when I was cooking it, but you know what I'm saying? Some days, not the best days. Just remember that, okay? But we're gonna make it do what it do, though. Most definitely. Not to me. Opposite. Nice. Let me do it this way. Well, look at that. I should have done that before. Oh shit. It's so good. I really is content in all my circumstances. To let y'all know that I'm content in everything that happens to me. You know why? God want to put you in a situation that you cannot get yourself out of. I just want you to know that. Or y'all probably know that. Some people might not know that, but most people do. God will not put you in a situation where you cannot get yourself out of. Just saying. Anyways, I'm gonna get this little pot, right? Let that simmer. Shake this up a little bit. put, I think it would be good for now. Now, this is what I do when I get the excess sauce out of there, right? Put a little water in there. And shake it up. See how that motherfucker still got all the excess out there? Look. Look. See? Make what it do, you know what I'm saying? I know it got a little seasoning. It look like it got a little seasoning in there, but I'm gonna put a little bit more basil in there and shit. And some pepper. Yeah, I got some more. Yeah, I got some more basil. I'm glad I bought a set, another set of this because this is gone, and this is the same thing. It's another thing. So Walmart did justice. You know, you get deals, you know what I'm saying, on Walmart. And I got this. I had 3 of these. I used one of them. The second one I already threw it away. The one of them I was using it because I was making tuna salad and chicken salad, and you know what I'm saying. This one of the ingredients. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Use this, and I can throw down some chicken salad and do what it do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a skinny boy, but I eat like a fat boy. Okay? So, anyways, pour a little of that basil in there. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, love. Cook with love. Like, you cook this food like you're making love to your woman. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa, if women looking, make love to your man. This is what the kitchen for. See, if I had a woman, right, she'd be in here, right? But since I'm by myself, see, I'm still living part of my bachelor's life because I didn't meet the right woman yet, right? I didn't meet the right woman yet. So I have to do for me. Same as that woman that's far away. When she meets her good man, he can probably fix her a car when she in the jam. Like right now, if she was here and I'm in the jam, I need a woman cooking my food because I like looking at a woman from the back, and when I'm trying to sneak some food, right, she'll turn around and say, "Get out of my kitchen." That's what Gussie used to say, and a few other women I used to date back in the day when they really loved me. And when they was cooking for me, they'd say, "Boy, get out of here," because it's their kitchen. You don't go into a woman's kitchen. That's why Big Mama still cook with love. I'm not trying to step on your toes here. You do your thing. This is a one-time thing only. None less. This video, if I do another video like this, it's a reminder like, okay, now I see what you're doing. But other than that, I don't normally do this, okay? You got this, Big Mama. I'm not trying to step on your toes, boo thing. Anyways, put a little of this thyme in there. This is a substitute, right? Because I don't have salt. So I'm gonna put a little of this seasoned salt. Gotta improvise. You gotta improvise. Improvise. You know what I'm saying? Improvise. Then I'll put a little pepper in here. Get it together. You know what I'm saying? A little spoon there. A little sauce spoon. You know what I'm saying? I stir in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything, you know what I'm saying, right on point. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get all that shit in. Scrape the motherfucker size of the pie. You know what I'm saying? Just stir. Get a little motherfucking up. There you go. Do that right quick. The motherfucker gets down here. As far as these noodles concerned, I wish I had meat. I ain't had enough money to get meat. I like meat with my spaghetti though. Cause I thought I had enough money to get some ground beef, right? Because that's why I went and got this, right? If you know, you know. And I would have got, and they didn't have to, I guess it was a good thing not to, you know what I'm saying, get everything else with the spaghetti because I would have got to, you know, when you get the McCormick, you know what I'm saying? You put it also in the, ground beef, and you do this, and onions. But they was just stocking up. They got food. But the food truck, you know how they is with the stores. If you work at a store before, they're stocking up. When I went up there, they was stocking up. Dollar General was stocking up. They was on their shit. I respect them. Because I used to live that life in Kansas City. But anyways, I was going to college and shit. Here we go. These is angel hair noodles. Spaghetti noodles. Put that in right quick. I normally put it in the hole, but my other pot that's in the refrigerator, I need to wash that out, by the way. But because I cooked some potato salad, and I cooked it late at night, and that was like a few weeks ago, and I need to wash that out and sanitize it and everything. But anyways, what I'm saying, normally I put them in the hole. I normally don't break this, but I seen my auntie and my mama and aunties who play like aunties, and they used to break these noodles down. But me, since I went for school for culinary, and also did some chef shit back in the day. I didn't want to do it for real, but I had to make ends meet. They told me to put the noodles in the boiling water, like I did one right now with the butter and shit. All that. I thought I got that from the culinary school. Well, not really culinary school, but they taught me the techniques. But I actually got it from one of these jobs that one of this OG cat told me to do. Put the butter in there, melt the butter in the microwave, and you let that motherfucker liquid butter goes in here because it got salt in there. And like I think I told you on the beginning of this video, the reason why I had the butter in the microwave is because when you put in this boiling water and you cooking noodles, it won't stick. Like the noodles won't stick. You know what I'm saying? It won't stick. If you don't believe me, watch when these motherfucking noodles won't stick at all. You gotta cook with love, baby. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Cook with love. Courtesy of DZJ. Or Mr. Johnson, I prefer. Anyways. I love y'all. I really do. I really love y'all. Y'all bring me to another level. You know what I'm saying? To another level. Y'all never fail me because it motivates me to do better. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if it's another YouTube subscriber or people away from YouTube in general, TV. Most of the times TV shows that I watch, they're not real because it's comedy. Like comedy, but it has real in it. Normally, you know what I'm saying? It's just how things is. You know what I'm saying? You can relate on mannerisms. Like, I was watching Sister yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You could tell when somebody actually lived that life. And this woman on Sister, she was playing dominoes with these people. She was slamming her dominoes on that tape. She wanted to, right? But maybe the studio was telling her, no, don't do that. It makes too much noise. I don't know. I'm just saying, you could tell a woman who actually played dominoes or anybody who played dominoes on TV because she was about to let them know, motherfucker, I'm winning this shit. I'm just saying, you can relate to comedy any type of way, you know what I'm saying? You say who actually do it in real life and who don't. I'm just saying, me, I like the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? I used to drink, right? I can't drink no more because, I had, surgery on my stomach. If you know, you know. You know, you know. Anyways, I used to drink real heavy, right? And I remember my friends in Kansas City, we used to bullshit around. Just bullshit. We talk about girls. Anything in particular. Girls, you know what I'm saying, how to make a lick. Not rob anybody. I'm not saying I didn't have some friends that did dirty work, but most of the time, if I was around, we kept it legal. And when we talking about making money, we talking about, hustles, side hustles. Like, if I wanted to wash somebody's car and detail their car, I make money off of it, right? Or, you know, so I had even my girlfriends made money. Like Gussie I was telling you about. She used to make hair. She used to do hair. She did my grandma's hair and my auntie's hair. I think she did my mama's hair too. I don't remember, but I know for sure she did my grandma's hair because my grandma was so happy when she did her hair. Man, I miss Gussie, but I respect her now because she moved on and I moved on too. And I had to find my way, especially when I came to Louisville. I had to find my way because I was going through a midlife crisis here, right? Midlife crisis, you know what I'm saying? And I'm over it now, you know what I'm saying? I know who I am now, and you know, see, you're gonna see what I'm talking about here in a little bit, but it's not even sticking at all. So anyways, I was going through a midlife crisis. You know, I lost everything. My daughter. I told the church the other day that, you know, I didn't lose her because of my own just irresponsibility. It was my baby mama. She didn't tell me that before I came along that her kids got taken away because she had child endangerment. And I had to find out the hard way when I found out a married couple, and they was Mennonites. All I know is they were related. If you ever went to Greyhound around the Midwest area, down south area, you'll see people dressed in funny clothing. And you'll never see them on cell phones and shit. Those type of people. But they was cousins to those type of people. Like, they believe in cell phones. Well, they believe in cars too, but like, it's not cell phone type of thing. It's like a house phone type of thing. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, they was the ones who adopted my daughter, right? And if I could talk to Gussie and, you know, people who knew me, even one of my ex-girlfriends, because Gussie knew I had an ex-girlfriend. And I told that church too that that particular woman, she didn't want to take care of another woman's baby. So that's why I didn't have my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Another reason was, in the state of Missouri, if a man tried to get their daughter back, and I had a one-bedroom apartment at that time, and you know what I'm saying? And I told the judge she can have my bedroom, just let me sleep in the living room, but he wasn't having it, and then plus I realized, look, she needs to be with me if I had a wife. You know what I'm saying? A wife. So she could see, because a woman, I can't teach a girl, you know what I'm saying, women things. Only a woman can teach a woman things. You know what I'm saying? A woman teach a girl, I prefer to say. So it was my best decision to let them raise her. And they gave me a deal like, once she turned 16 years old, she can come back in your life, and you know what I'm saying? And things would be cool, right? Everybody knew that. So anyways, I don't regret doing what I need to do for my daughter. I know a lot of people grill me for years about that, but when I have conversations with God, Lord Jesus, I know He's real, because He told me you had to do what you had to do regardless of any type of circumstances, and one day she will come to you, and I have faith in that. But I also have to move on and try to find a qualified woman who respects my vision, and that's what I'm here for. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, if you ever knew the story I had last year in particular, I had an accident in my 94 Chevy Camaro T-Top. Man, when I bought it, I was struggling, right? Really struggling. I didn't have no house. I was homeless. And I was sleeping in that Camaro. And when I actually got this apartment, and I was trying to put sound into it, I remember it like yesterday. Going down 7th Street, going to the sound, before I went to the sound place, semi truck hit me. I think it's funny because I know I had a conversation with God before. Um, Before I got out the Camaro, he told me, look, I can leave you dead in this Camaro, or you do exactly what I tell you to do. I said, I'll do exactly what you tell me to do. Got out that Camaro, I told the guy in the semi truck, hey, good job. I pat the motherfucking, the pillar, I think it was a pillar belt. You know what I'm talking about? One of those trucks, those semi trucks, pillar belt, like those Optimus Primes type of trucks. I pat the grill of the truck and I said, you did not kill me. God protect me. And I started laughing at that Camaro. And I got back in the Camaro, laughed at the semi truck guy. I was like, thank you. And that's when I knew my life was about to change from there. And that was last year. And yeah, and I mean, I appreciate everything that I got in life. I really do. And I'm accept every circumstances. Because one moment I could have a lot of money, and the next moment I can not have a lot of money. You gotta appreciate both circumstances because God give you the breath to live, and that's what we here for. And I didn't serve my purpose yet because I have not got a wife yet. So, if you know, you know. In some way, I'm still living a bachelor life except messing with a lot of women. I'm still basically single, basically, yeah. So anyways, drain this water out with these noodles. You see what I'm saying? Like, the noodles not sticking on the pot. I know back in the day when my people used to cook, it used to stick on the pot. The noodles was like sticking together and shit. But it's not. It's not at all. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all see what I see. Shit. So, drain it real good. That's what we do. That's what we do. The main reason was to show y'all, or show my boo thing, what's going on. Now, like I told you, baby, I'm not trying to step on your toes. Now, hear that. That's your kitchen. That's Big Mama's kitchen. You won't see me doing this type of stuff. You see me doing core work. Like the way it reminds you of your dad. Okay? That's what I love to do. Or you might see me every once in a while, if I get the chance to do it. You might see me next time clean my carpet when I need to. By the way, let me show you my carpet. That machine was good, by the way, because I cleaned my carpet the other day, right? I think about a few weeks ago. This carpet was bad, like real bad. I know it's a little junky in here, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? I cleaned it. I did vacuum it yesterday, but I went and got some shit. You know what I'm saying? And what's the history? But anyways, this was like filthy. But if I show you a trick on carpet, right? And I got taught by one of the jobs in Kansas City. Shout out to Maynard Cleaning in Olathe, Kansas. That was a job that I was a supervisor of my own crew. And I will show you how to do the diamond cuts. I learned it from them, and I also learned it from another group of people. So I did that janitorial. I have a lot of hats, by the way. A lot of hats. And janitorial shit, I did that almost 20 years. So, if you know, you know. Most definitely Kansas City. Both sides of the river. Kansas and Missouri side, they know I was a very gifted guy. But like I said, you see how these noodles, it don't stick, right? Don't stick.